Hi, it's the girl out there, right here with you. It's me, Cindy, and this week we are here with
Dear Diary.
da, 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 wearing a beautiful scarf, looking
You.
so beautiful.
Thank you. You're looking wonderful and patriotic in your long shirt.
Yes, I am.
I thought you were in your Team Canada colors. To which you responded, "The Olympics are on."
Yeah, I didn't even really. I know. I'm a terrible person. Shame on me.
No, there's no shame.
Olympians.
You don't care about the Olympics.
I really should support them. Not should. I could. But
my support involves buying the choose to include donut at Tim Hortons to support the Special Olympics. That is an excuse to eat donuts
at any time.
But I don't apologize for that.
No, I think that it's very impressive, and you would be a great cheerleader at any athletic event.
It's just not the same on TV.
No.
Unless it's like the only thing I can watch is like the final period of like a Canada-US hockey game. I can get excited about that. Or if I like have a connection, like if you know somebody or they're from your hometown or whatever, that's exciting. But I struggle to connect to sporting events if I don't necessarily have a connection there.
My son had his first playoff game, and he's 11. And that was the first game. It was last Saturday night, and I hate watching him play hockey. I know I am not a hockey mom. It is cold, and it's cold, and I don't like that. And I'm always like, they go back and forth, and I'm, oh yeah, okay. And people are cheering for them. And I just think, okay, great. My son even knows it's not really my favorite thing. I do go, I support him.
Yeah.
But it's not my favorite. But that game on Saturday night, I was sitting all by myself. I was like, oh my God, like I got really excited.
It can be exciting. Yeah. If it's close and your kid's in there, and yeah.
It was the first time I was like, I really am enjoying this hockey experience right now. And at one point you even saw him stop in the ice, because I was like, really excited. It's a really good game.
It is. It is super exciting to watch your own kids play in a game that means something to them. Yes. Right? Like, yeah.
Yep. So
that's as far as our athletics.
That's about as much as we do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you and I were supposed to be on a flight in this moment in time.
It's a very dark day for that reason. I've been trying to block it out, but you reminded me this morning that we should be on a jet plane going to the Caribbean Sea. However, we are not. For logical reasons, I know, unfortunately, doesn't make it an easier pill to swallow.
It's not. And then as I was like, okay, so we're gonna do this podcast at 5:00, and then literally, because we're obviously filming that or taping this on a time that's not when it's going to air, and then just as I did that, I got a reminder. Oh, your flight leaves at 5:00. I'm like, we are not on that flight.
Thanks, Siri. Thanks for rubbing salt in that wound. Really appreciate it.
So good. But yes, I do enjoy that we are able to still just do a great podcast, that we are here.
Basically the same thing.
It's exactly the same
to a beach for 10 days without our children.
This is
the same thing.
Pretty much exactly the same. Just, sitting in a plaid shirt. It's totally the same.
Yeah. I'm kind of dressed like a flight attendant. So
yeah.
That's kind of.
I am really enjoying that you are appreciating this scarf look. I love it.
Clearly a sign for me right now.
Yep. I know. You want to tell the viewers what you saw this morning in your closet?
So I was one of the advice from Bliss Space.
Oh, what has happened? What is going on?
We have a surprise guest.
I think we have a surprise guest.
Oh my gosh, this is so exciting.
How could it be?
So much better than my stories about scarves.
So suddenly our friend Aretha has popped into our podcast. It's so
my goodness.
exciting. Oh,
Oh my gosh,
hi.
look who's here.
Hello.
A ray of sunshine has arrived.
Yay.
Yay. I asked Aretha to come on since we couldn't be on a plane. And
Oh, it's basically the same
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
being on a plane. Having you here
Same
highlight-
exact same thing.
adds so much happiness, though. It does help.
yes. So
Smells- your hair looks beautiful.
My hair is soaking wet.
Yeah, but it's the color and everything. It looks really nice.
Oh, well, yeah. This is the
Like-
new look. This is how people wear it now. Soaking wet.
Soaks-
It's called
oh
fresh.
God, that's so
fresh
much
hair.
easier. I'm so excited about this new trend.
Yeah.
you know,
Blow
Aretha,
drying
if you
takes
just
forever.
if you just put it to a side ponytail in soaking wet, it's really fantastic.
And then it stays nice and like perfect. Yeah.
Yes.
Smoothing.
So Aretha, for those of you who, well, obviously don't know Aretha because she hasn't been here yet, Aretha, Aretha is part of our, well, it's just part of our little club. And Aretha does, well, Aretha, you want to share what you do?
Yeah, I do. So I do a whole bunch of things. I got a bunch of little hats that I like to wear, but mostly I do massage. I run my own little private business called Soulfish Wellness. And so I do mobile massage, and then I do massage in a couple of locations, and I make some aromatherapy products. And I also, like, I'm a doula sometimes, and I'm a bookkeeper sometimes, and I whatever. I get bored easy, so I do everything.
And why did I ask you to come on the show today?
Oh, geez, I feel like there was a reason. There was a reason, wasn't there? I feel like it has to do with Steph, actually.
Yes.
What were we? We
What
were
is
gonna
happening?
maybe surprise her with something.
Yes.
What? Should
Oh
you?
my God.
You
Oh my
say
God.
it.
Oh my God.
You say it.
Well, since we can't go on a plane, Stephanie, we are gonna go away this weekend. Yay!
Oh my God,
Girls'
oh my God,
trip,
oh my God, what are we doing? Oh my God, this is so exciting. Oh my God, so that whole thing recorded and everything, this is just all a big
Yeah.
scam.
No, we're actually gonna be on the podcast. This is all gonna be it.
Oh,
This is it. This is the podcast. You're welcome, everyone.
We really
listening.
did
This
have
is
the
just for
technical
us.
difficulty.
We
Okay.
did have a technical difficulty, and then I
Okay.
just decided, hey, just keep going. We're just gonna
Oh my
show
God.
it on here.
Oh my God, this is so exciting.
And then I thought, we'll just keep Aretha on, and she's just gonna be on the show with us because we were trying to figure out a way to share it with you, and this is it.
This is it.
Oh my
There you
gosh,
go.
can we say where we're going, or is this for privacy purposes? We can't.
So we can tell you, but we're not
We
going to
can
tell
say
you all of the things that we're going to do this weekend. But
my
Aretha's going to
God.
stay on, and Aretha is going to basically now we're going to do 50 things, most embarrassing things, and Aretha gets to be on the show with us while we do it because
Aretha
why
never
not?
does anything embarrassing. This is
I
never
know.
one time.
fair.
No, never one
Perfectly
time.
perfect in every way.
If you don't feel embarrassed about doing stupid things, does that count? I don't know.
Just
I think-
wait.
It's about being acknowledging the things we do that nobody knows about, I think
Yeah.
is where
Yeah,
we're going.
secret
with this.
behaviors. I got you.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll see how this goes.
So
Okay.
Stephanie, for the month of February, I decided just to give you a few little doses of love your way, because I felt like since we could not be in Costa Rica, that we would just toss a little bit your way. Your lovely husband also knows about this, and so he is all on board, and so he knows you're upstairs getting this news as well. And so he is also going to just be all in on what we're doing this weekend. So you don't know all of it, but yes. So just,
Amazing.
yeah, just exciting things your way. And just for everyone to hear that sometimes when you don't get what you thought you were going to get, you can reframe and new and exciting things actually show up your way.
Things happen for a reason, right?
It's happened.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
I thought it was unusual that Dave asked me if I was doing the podcast tonight. I was like, but you never ask me. It's not like we do it every day at the same time or every week at the same time.
Yeah. Surprise.
Oh my God, you guys are the best. Honestly, I am the luckiest friend in the whole world. This is.
Well,
And I
and
think-
now we have Aretha on
I
here.
didn't do anything for you because your trip got canceled. God, you make me look
Yeah,
like such
but
a bad
you're gonna
friend.
show up and make it fun because you're gonna be there. So that will be your presence is our present.
Your present
Come on.
is our present.
I love
Okay,
our
so-
club theme.
Yep. So now you're both here. Are you ready for our game?
Okay,
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. So, has anyone Googled themselves? Stephanie
Yeah,
puts
totally.
her hand up right away.
Totally did. Well, I used to be on like on my old job. I used to have like a profile picture and stuff up. So I would be like, look what happens. My picture shows up when you Google me, but not recently.
Huh.
No, I would say like when I was making my website, I like practiced to see if searching it would come up.
Hmm.
But I don't know if that's the same. I kind of I Googled it to test my website accuracy and make sure that it was running.
Yeah.
But I think I don't think I've ever like tried to do a deep dive into myself or anything and see what I could find.
Well, and I think too with social media, you're gonna,
You're
you're
gonna
out
find
there.
me. You're gonna find
Exactly.
there's not very many Arethas. So you
No.
search it, you find me. I'm there.
Yeah.
That's what's always so fun for all the listeners to go out with Aretha, because as soon as we say we're with Aretha, it's like everyone's eyes brighten, like, oh,
Yeah. Like, can she sing? We're like, yes, she can.
Yes, she can.
Can.
And it's just how
She
the
can
night
deliver.
begins. All right. Waving at someone who wasn't actually waving at you.
Oh yeah. Oh for sure. Oh, definitely. But then you turn it into a cool like hair toss or something. You're like,
I like to pretend I'm actually just waving to the person behind them. And then I'm like, oh, you're saying hi too. Oh, no, it's actually saying for
Just-
hi
oh,
to the
no,
person
that
behind you. Yeah.
just double down on it.
Sometimes that works.
And then
Sometimes.
there's me who's like, oh, you weren't. Okay, never mind. I'll just keep waving. I literally will point out the obvious and say, I thought you were waving.
Of course you do.
There we go. Getting caught checking out yourself in a window reflection. Like somebody else is behind the window. Has that ever happened to you? So you're in there and then suddenly you see a person on the other side. It's the worst.
I think I do that every day on my way to work, actually, because there's this set of windows in another office right in the parking lot. Any semi-reflective surface, I am going to glance, especially if it's you're just getting out of the car for the
You're
first
like a
time
parachute.
today. I kind of do that one of these, and I know there's people behind there. I've just stopped caring, I think.
Yeah. I don't know if I can't think of a time I've done that, but I definitely have caught my children practicing faces in the mirror at themselves, which I'm like, a little concerning. You're practicing emotions. I don't know if that's normal, but
No, it totally is. I used to do that see, now I used to do
Now
that
we
all the
defined normal.
time.
normal. Yeah.
It's totally normal. Cindy used to do it.
I did all the time. I used to sit and then I would like stare at myself and I would practice crying and see what crying looked like in the mirror. And then I would practice like anger and see what anger looked like to something like somebody else. And I would go into that emotion. I would feel it.
Okay. So, I mean, if you do it, then I feel like it's okay.
Well, you look at who Cindy is now, and I would say that is a good omen
It's
for where
good.
your children
If
will
they
go in life.
become like you,
Then it's
Exactly.
fine.
rainbows.
Exactly.
It's like I remember saying to Stephanie once, did you ever like look out a window? Like I almost had a scene, like I was in a movie, like I would be crying in like thinking like, oh, this is what it feels like.
This whole like
And I'd have the music going and I wouldn't really be crying, but I'd be playing out a whole scene in my car, like probably like 15, just like, yes, but it just felt good to act it out.
yeah, it's like processing. It's a way to like process through without any of the extra burden of the reality.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
Never done that though. Definitely.
Yeah, but no.
Never done that. No.
Just me. Stephanie did talk about how she what had rain face. Stephanie, talk about rain face.
Oh, it's just an observation I make when it's raining outside and people get out of their car or a building for the first time and they're just like,
That's exactly what that is.
right? Like the shoulders go up, the mouth opens, and you kind of do this nasty face. Yeah, I've always just called it rain face. Yeah.
It kind of feels like a frozen lion statue.
Once you acknowledge it, it brings joy to the day of rain and doom.
Perfect.
You're like, oh my God, check out that person's rain face.
I just think that's the best term, rain face. I love it. I love it. Okay, here we go. Oh, well, I just said it. Having your own private mini concerts in the car. Like, I mean, I had drama in my car, bet, right?
Non-stop concerts in my car. Non-stop.
Yeah. Mine are often while I'm making dinner because that's my time to turn on the music and everybody's kind of busy doing their thing at that time of day. So usually it's very loud singing happening while I make dinner.
Singing.
And now
I like also the shower because the acoustics are phenomenal.
Yes. I have to remember to put music on when I'm in the shower more. It really changes the day when you do.
Oh, I don't even have other music play. I am the music in the
You
shower.
are just the music?
I am the music.
Yeah, I need the background. I can't carry a tune like Aretha. So it's really not enjoyable for even me to listen to if there's no background to drown me out a little bit.
But when you got a microphone now, like you can sing it.
The microphone is still just my voice. So I still don't go a cappella, that's for sure.
Louder. It's your voice only louder.
Amplified. Still has to be background music.
Okay. Who has taken something out of their laundry hamper, smelt it, and then put it on?
I did that when I got home today.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. And then sometimes if you haven't showered yet, you might throw it on a hanger and hang it in your shower while you're showering to try and get some of the wrinkly out of it. Yeah, definitely.
Or like if I worked out in something yesterday and I'm gonna work out again, but as soon as I'm done working out, I gotta change and shower. I just put the same thing I used yet, even though it's disgusting. Yeah. But then I'm just going to shower in a minute. Why would I get another thing dirty? Do you know how much laundry I do?
Exactly. I think that's just the environmentally sane thing to do.
Right? Yeah.
As long as it's not wet. I can't put on something wet. Like bathing suits.
It has to be from yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, that's, yeah. Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one. That actually does make me feel much better when I hear that you guys do that.
Oh, and I tell my kids to do it a lot too. Because they would much rather throw their clothes in a hamper than put them back in a drawer at the end of the day.
Oh my God.
So
my kids will get something out to look at it and decide they're not going to wear it and put it in the laundry hamper.
Almost like the hamper is another drawer.
Yes,
right? Like
exactly.
It's an easier way to put it than to wear it again.
Yeah. There could be like, have you seen those hampers that are like whites, blacks, and like dirty but not dirty enough to wash yet but not clean enough to hang up? They felt like they divide it. That's what you need. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what the label says on the outside of the blacks or the darks. I shouldn't say blacks.
Darks.
Can't say whites and blacks.
I
kicked off a Spotify here, pull a Joe Rogan. God.
I do remember I had a towel once. Again, this is so interesting. I keep talking about my ex-husband on every podcast, but I got it where it had like clean and like top and bottom. Have you ever seen those towels? Like this is for your top half to wash and dry off. And then this is for your bottom half. Because if you think about how you use your towels, like if you're cleaning your bum and then you mix those parts up, right? Like you could,
but technically you should be clean,
right? I was like, isn't that the only time that's acceptable? Is immediately after you shower?
But you think about it, some aren't, really.
for sure.
I guess it depends on your shower.
I mean, if you're flossing with that towel, you're not going to want to, dry your eyes afterwards, perhaps, because that's how you get pink eye.
Yeah, it's true.
You like to think that the flossing is the last thing you do before you put the towel in the hamper.
But it's not.
Not for some people. I don't floss. I just pat dry, but
that's why I think that most men, but I'm now using this as I feel like they don't just pat dry. I feel like they like aggressively floss.
okay.
We should do a poll. Can you add like a poll onto your podcast?
Should. Yes, we should
Do
poll.
you floss?
I think that's a good one.
Yeah.
I think, yes, we should really, okay.
So many interpretations of that word too.
I know,
Yeah.
I know
I don't mean your
exactly what
teeth.
you're talking about. Do you put on, and I do this all the time, I mean, not now because I don't go anywhere, but running the water for extra privacy when you're in the bathroom?
Nah.
All the time.
Really?
All the time.
Huh.
I remember a time early in our friendship, Cindy, that you were at my house and there was a few people over and you'd gone to the washroom and you were like, oh, I tried your perfume. I hope that's okay. And I was like, yeah, just tried my perfume.
Did ya?
Was the water running the whole time while you were trying my perfume too? I mean, you gotta go. I mean, it's human, right?
Everybody poops.
Everybody
poops.
Yeah, that's so what a weird thing for me to say.
Well, obviously it was like it was a strong spell. So you had to acknowledge that you had used my perfume. Which is fine. But you just had to find an excuse, which was, isn't it nice? I didn't call you on it or anything at the time.
Go take a nice big smell in there. The perfume is so lovely.
Hint, hint, Steph, put an air freshener in your bathroom so people can use it when they need
Could
to.
you just get some matches or something?
Something. No, I'm a free pooper. I've got no shame in my poops.
Poop. Everybody poops.
Oh, yes, it's so true. That's something for me where I don't know, like it's just always been where I just know I'm like, I can just go to the bathroom.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Whatever you're comfortable with.
Wearing headphones with no music just because you don't want to talk to anyone.
I wish that I remembered to have headphones with me ever. I thought today I walked to and from work today and I forgot my headphones and I was like, damn it. But like, I know I have the opposite problem.
And they're so little. Like, do you guys find you always lose your headphones now?
Yes. I don't
know where they are.
I bought the big ones because I can't, otherwise I lose them immediately.
Yeah.
I don't like the little ones. I like the big ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've done that on an airplane before. Like, I remember even being like young when you just like got the airline headphones, right? They just, but my thing didn't work and I just kept
if people are talking to you, you need to work on your RBF. I don't know, can we say the B word on here? Your resting B face. I don't know.
Oh, like, so not the rain face, your resting bitch face.
Your resting bitch face. Because I seriously, nobody comes and talks to me.
Okay, Aretha, here I have a question for you then, because sometimes this can be awkward with getting a massage. You don't want to talk. They can't see your face, but they keep talking to you. Like, how do you gauge that? Like part of your training?
As me as the massager or as the receiver? As the massager. Like, how do you
for
me, I don't engage in conversation unless they instigate a conversation. So I won't even ask questions really, because I get into a better flow when I'm not talking. So if they're asking me questions, I'll answer the questions, but I won't elaborate and I won't generally ask for more. Although there has been a handful of clients that I feel like the talking is part of the therapy and they just need to sort of like their feelings out to someone neutral. So in that case, I'm not even really listening all the time. I'm just like, yeah, oh, okay. So
Yeah.
I try and always, the sessions that I do are not for me, they're for them. So if they want to talk, go ahead and talk. If not, I will be silent up here. I've had a few moments where people will start talking out of the blue and it scares me. Oh God, are you still here? Jesus.
Oh, you were asleep. Good.
Yeah.
Uh,
Most of the
Yeah.
time, people don't talk. Yeah.
Yeah, I find like I can just go into another state. I just
Oh yeah.
love
I practice conversations or like replay conversations or, things that I'm thinking about having. Like, if I was going to do a podcast with you, I'll be like, oh, I wonder what we'll talk about. And I'll start like having imaginary conversations about what it might be like.
yeah.
when you're doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes. And then sometimes I'm just like, here, sort of in this world. Yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely a thinker while I'm doing something too. Like if I know, like the shower, for example, like I'm so routine in the shower. It's like A to K steps happening. I don't even know they're happening. All arguments in my head, conversations I'm gonna have. Yeah. Not very good at being present.
I know that's something that I was talking to, well, I think I was talking to Stephanie about, but I was also saying this to a client where, and wasn't somebody who overthinks, everybody overthinks at certain points. And so I was saying, have a mindful shower, because there's so many things in your day, right? Where how do you even fit in time to be present? So I was like, oh, so when you're in the shower, so when you put the shampoo on, it's a way, because your mind goes so busy, just to like think about that shampoo. And his face to me was like, what? Like, what? And so I was like, no, like you just look at the shampoo, like imagine the shampoo on, like, because when I go in the shower, I really just like, I love the shampoo. And then I'm like, oh, it's going to be in my head. He's looking at me like, you do what? Like it's just so nice. Like, but to actually get to that state is so hard to just know, like when you go in there, it's like nothing else matters but me and the water and the shampoo. And then I leave and then it's done.
I tend to find those moments when they're least appropriate, like when I'm the safety volunteer for the hockey team. I'm like, and they're like, we need you. And I'm like, I was totally thinking about holding my other hand right now and didn't see. I am sorry. Do my best. Yeah, I did. Totally just saw that. I was definitely paying attention.
Yeah, so it's interesting. I wonder what it would be like to massage people all day. Well, I just can't imagine all those bodies. I can't.
I know, you don't like touching.
She can't even touch her own feet. I mean, yeah.
She's getting better. Getting better.
I'm attempting it, but that is something.
No, see, and I'm the other way. I'm super tactile and I love that. And when I'm really in a good flow, it's sort of like a moving meditation. Like if somebody really wants something that's very much focused on circulation and relaxation rather than like a deep tissue where I'm like really actively working, then it is almost like a moving meditation for me because I can get into that flow, which is always really lovely, but it's not always what's happening.
How have you found the last few weeks for people? Like, are people like with energy wise for the last few weeks? Have you found a shift since like in January versus February?
It's interesting because the different places that I am working are very different. So I work at a hotel spa and it's quiet. It's really quiet. Not a lot of people out doing their like special treats or trips and things like that. But then I work at a sports facility as well, and that is jam-packed busy. Like my day is just like people. So I don't know if I don't know what the difference is. It's like whether people are just not traveling, but even at the hotel, you still get people from Vancouver who are coming just to get a spa treatment, but they're just not there at the numbers that they're normally at. but then at the sports place. So I feel like there's some shift where some people have just like doubled down on self-care and they're just like, I'm tired and everything sucks and I just need something good to happen and I need to focus on self-care. And then there's some people who are still just in that like, I just need to be alone and I'm not doing anything and I'm just staying away sort of vibes. So I feel like there are two sort of groups of people that it's hard to navigate through. I try not to judge any of it. People are going to go through whatever they're going to go through as they're going to go through it. And when they're ready for connection, then I'm here. And when they're not, then I'm not going to push any of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And when they're in, like when they're coming to you, are they expressing, like when the ones who are like ready for the treatment, are they talking about, and they're like, I'm ready. Are they expressing like joy or happy? Like, what are they talking about?
Yeah, I mean, certainly for the most part, the people who are coming in because they're now ready to, like I said, to recommit to themselves, to commit to their self-care, and they need to shift towards something positive because it's just been so bleak for so long. And so I am seeing this like kind of in vigor in a lot of people, or people who are, I really need to start seeing you again. I haven't seen you in so long, but I just started working out and yeah, I really need a massage. And now I'm doing this. And while I'm there, let's talk about, what else can we do, and how, and people are keen on like getting better, getting to the next thing, the next phase.
That's good.
I feel like I'm seeing that too, just working at a mental health office. Like all of a sudden our cancellation lists are so long. Like all of a sudden everybody's wants to re-engage. Everybody's trying to work on themselves right now. And whether it comes from a place of desperation or a place of self-care seems to be those two extremes. It's not like, I'm just doing my maintenance. It's like, no, I'm either, I am all in on this, or I am so low, I got to work on this. So,
which is either way, right? It's like, it's finally, I think there was such a bleak there or bleak, I don't even know what that word means, but I made it up. But there was just that moment where it was like, I don't even know, like January felt really dark. And so now to finally feel like there's something, right? There's something cracking.
Yeah.
It's going to crack this weekend. So excited.
Yay. The anticipation is killing me, ladies.
Pack your tutu.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, sure too.
Oh my God. I really wish I got my hair done now.
Oh, don't worry. It's fine. We'll just have wet hair. It's not.
We'll do the wet hair look.
Yeah.
It's all the rage.
It's like I told Cindy, I'm like forcing myself to care about my gray roots right now. So I booked an appointment, but for a while there, I just didn't. Like, I guess I should start caring again.
Well, it's like, I mean, I tried to care about my eyebrows and I waxed them myself. So that worked really well.
She made herself a new gang member at the same time.
I did. Waxed it right off, right up there. So there's just a little bit of a pencil there. So, we're going to go out as our own little crew here, right? Like,
yeah.
Absolutely.
It's going to be, I don't know, it's going to be an amazing thing. Aretha, I'm really glad you popped in with us.
Yeah.
How are you feeling being here on the podcast?
Super fun. This is basically just everyone watching us hang out, which is, I'm okay with that.
It's sort of what it is. Like I say, you just kind of tune in, you listen to us talk about real life, which is just what it is.
Yeah, This is what we do. This is who we are.
I am also really excited because I was watching Aretha's Girls. I don't know, what was that, like a few weeks ago, a while ago. I watched them for
November, December, I don't
know. Whenever that was. And I had just said, Fenton, just to Aretha's husband, just take the table, just take my table away, and that would just be amazing, because I had this coffee table which has been in my living room for so many years, and I had it standing up, and I'd said, you know what, if you can remove this table from my house, I will be forever grateful for you. You can throw that somewhere, you can chuck it somewhere, but that would be the most amazing gift ever. And so he was like, I'll figure something out with that. Sure, take it. And so he sent me a photo today that he sanded it all down. It's like he's made my junk beautiful again. Like it's so pretty. And he's gonna,
Wow.
I know.
Yeah, that's his jam. He finds stuff, he brings things home. He's like, I found this in the alley. I'm like, take it outside. Gross. So now they go to his shop, which is great. But I went by the shop today and I saw the table and I was like, I don't know that table. What am I looking at? He's like, oh, this was Cindy's table. I sanded it down. I'm going to paint it. I think I've got like a dark gray here and maybe like some creamy white. I'm like, okay.
I
Oh,
know.
so talented, Aretha.
I know. I was very impressed. I was like,
Man.
what? That is the famous coffee table, and he is making it new again. Like, well done.
Whole new life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that table was not ready to die. That table has so much history.
It's a hardy table.
It's a hardy table. And we've sat around that table about 1,000,000 times.
I know.
Mhm.
I've danced on that table.
Basically breathes us. Yeah.
That table could share so many stories.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So yeah, so I yes, very impressed. But you know what? I this is a fun little podcast, and I am so glad that you surprised our Stephanie on it. So
So good.
yes,
I was like, oh my gosh, what's happening? Cindy, did you send the link to Aretha too? Oh, this has to be a technical glitch. We're gonna have to do this again.
I know. We just needed a little, I was like, oh, well, because Aretha and I had been talking about like, how are we going to do this? We just need to surprise her. Let's not tell her. And so then Aretha, we'd already done this podcast earlier in the week and it didn't record. So I was like,
Oh, I gotcha.
Here we go. This is going to be it.
So you guys just had a whole conversation and just for no reason at all. You just talked for no reason. Ugh.
You didn't cry in this one though. So
No. There was no crying this time. There was
Oh,
I
just
didn't get
giggles.
caught. I didn't have to tell my story about getting caught peeing in the shower.
oh my God.
Perfect.
Mhm.
You're going to have to share it.
I mean, you can't just bury the lead
I had to
like
throw
that.
that in. It was actually kind of funny. So yeah, when I was, I don't know,
Well, wait,
19.
I have
Go
to
ahead.
go back to what it was, because one of the questions was, do you pee in the shower? Yes or no? Like one of the 50 most embarrassing
Yeah,
things.
yeah, okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, I pee in the shower, but
Obviously. If
I-
anybody doesn't, they're lying to you.
they're lying. Exactly. Or perhaps a germaphobe. But I was dating this guy in university and I had gone over to his parents' house over the holidays and got in the shower. And you know, when you're with your parents, you can't really fool around like you want to when you're that age. And so he snuck into the shower with me to have some sweet time with me. And I'm not anticipating him. I had just peed in the shower. And he apparently could smell and or see it. I don't know. And called me on it. Did you pee in the shower? I was like, maybe wasn't expecting you. Yeah, so that was all quite
That's amazing. Also, you're like, you're welcome, planet. I just saved you 17 liters or whatever a toilet flush is. God. Plus, isn't it good for your feet? Is that an old wives' tale? That's something about the uric acid is
I think
like
it helps
good
athlete's
for
foot.
it keeps your feet healthy somehow or something.
I think you can get rid of athlete's foot by peeing on your own feet.
Sure, that sounds right.
Yeah. Something
go with
guys
that.
would talk about in the shower or group, post-game group shower scenario.
Oh God.
A very good story. See, Aretha, these are the things we just discuss. It's just
Amazing.
the random fun things.
I love it.
You never know exactly where the podcast is going to go. You never know exactly what we're going to share.
No.
Yes. And we'll have more stories to share because we are actually going to start living again, which is so exciting, starting this weekend. Very good.
It's happening.
It's happening. Good. Well, thank you guys. Go enjoy your evenings.
Can only get, well, how could it be better than this? I don't know. This is the apex of my evening right here.
I know, so true. Okay, well, love you guys.
Hey, love you too.
Mwah.
Bye.